Oh shit. It's okay. Nothing's broken. Well, hello there, Duke here, and today I'm playing My Summer Car. We're going to continue our game. I got some good feedback when I did the previous videos. It's just me this time. I don't have any guests with me or anything. I was hoping to have somebody on with me to do the engine part, but that's unfortunately not going to happen. I'm just going to immediately throw my phone over there so that it won't bother me. There's been a small update since I played this last, I believe, but nothing like major. The phone's still unplugged, that's good. We don't need to do the money. I would like to do some job. Why is the car so... That's right. So the car kind of glitched out and moved really far away. Give me a second to remember the controls. It's been about a week since I played this. I've been so busy doing other shit. Just playing other games as well. I'm very tired. I should probably go to sleep. However, if I go to sleep, then it'll be like nighttime when I wake up, so that'll be fun. Oh yeah. So let's see. I'm quite hungry now. A little thirsty. A little dirty. It's actually alright time outside. At least, well, it's getting dark, actually. Alright, let's just eat some sausages. Man, that just nailed my hunger. No problem. Let's just drink a carton of milk. We'll throw it over here into the garbage. This is what we've been using for a garbage can. Here we are. We don't want to have too much milk. It's not good for you. I actually work in a creamery making milk, so I know that for a fact, so you're welcome. We're going to just throw this over here then. We're quite dirty. I'm not going to really worry about that, because it doesn't really affect much of the game. You can't die from being dirty, luckily. So yeah, the car is a little bit banged up. Not too bad. I'm trying to remember what I've done. I think everything is done on the front of the car pretty much. I think what we're going to want to do now is build the engine, so I'm going to worry about moving the car after I built the engine. There's a couple tricks to building the engine, but that's not too difficult. You want to start with... there we go. I want to start with a block. Just going to put it down... there. Next, we want to find what is called the camshaft, which is in front of my face somewhere. There she is. There she blows. Crankshaft. That is one I did want that, but there's the one I did want, the camshaft. I'm going to take that and put that in too. Oop, there we are. Now, there's these things here, the bearings. You're going to want to put these on the, where do they... They go somewhere on here. I swear they do. I'm pretty sure they... Oh, maybe they don't. I thought... Oh, well, hold on. Okay, come on. The only thing this game is missing is just better knowing your placement of bits. There we go. And just some general fixes. I think they have added like a respawning thing for the vehicles, which is fantastic, because if you were playing it previously and you drove off and you died in the van, you would be stuck because there was no way to get the van back to you. So I think now I don't know how it works exactly. I haven't lost the van because I felt like that was a part of the game, was to not be so shit and lose your van. But anyway, for those of you who are getting stuck and losing the van, it is helpful. And I'm sure I will eventually lose the van as well again. And it will indeed be helpful. So we're just going to put the main bearings in here. And... Sorry, my loud mouse wheel. It's a very loud mouse wheel. I also have a very loud clicking mouse now, because when you buy a silent click mouse, after like a year, it no longer is silent or indeed works very well, and you have to really mash the fucker to get it to click. Anyway, engines is what we're doing. What do I want to do next? I think we can put this on. And it goes on this side, not that side. Oh, there we are. Now is this the... Nope. Let's see if we can find the right wrench for it. Oh! Ah, fuck. I misclicked. If you right-click, you'll remove stuff. If it's unscrewed. Pardon me. Got the smoker's cough. I actually, just as I mentioned, I work in a creamery, and it's very... I work in shipping, and I basically stand in 34 degrees 34 degrees Fahrenheit for like 8 hours or more a day, so it is probably not really good for your health at all. But yeah, that's the way she goes, eh? So we don't want to put that on yet, because we want to put on this first, the head gasket. There we go. You don't need to put anything like over that. It just works magically. I think we can put in the pistons now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we can. And they're in order, luckily, by where they go. If you rotate parts, apparently they fit better, and you like hold them in the right position, they're supposed to fit better. I don't find that to necessarily be the case. It definitely does work with some parts, but some it doesn't work like at all. And you have to hold them like backwards and stuff. I don't know. That could be just I'm incompetent, which is very likely. So, who knows, eh? Okay, let's just put this. I said we'll just put this. There we go. And now we're gonna flip this over. And you see we've got some other bits that we need to bolt on. There's like some levitating bolts there. I think I'm probably going the wrong way on these wrenches. Oh, no, I'm not. I have no idea how you're supposed to determine which size wrench you need. Or spanner, if you're non-American. I don't know if any other countries say wrench. I think they have different terms for a wrench. I think they use a wrench as a wrench. You know, like the wrench, which is the thing where you put the bit on the top and you twist it and it goes... like that thing. I think that's actually what a wrench is. Or is that a torque wrench? I'm not sure how it works. How tool. Not sure how tool at all. I never took anything like that in high school. I don't know. In America, a lot of times you can go right into do vocational stuff in high school. Like... you know, being trained for a job so that, like, once you're finished high school, you can just immediately go start working in a job and then not necessarily go on to further education. And they did have that in my school. You had to go to a different, like, building, like, take a bus and go to a different building. But it was, yeah, they had that. And I think they had automotive repair. They had all kinds of weird stuff. They had, like forestry and that sort of stuff, but that's kind of more important in this part of the country. Anyway, where was I going with this? Yeah, so they had that kind of stuff. I didn't take any of it in high school because I was like the kind of student who was like, I just want to finish school. I don't really want to do anything extra. I was what people would probably refer to as a skater, in that you just kind of do the bare minimum to get through everything, and I've indeed made that a philosophy. A philosophy? Is it a philosophy or a I don't know. It's something I do in real life all the time. It's my favorite way to live, is to skate. So yeah, that's not a very good thing. I wouldn't recommend that at all. If you're in high school now, really do try harder. You can probably get into a state school. As long as you finish high school, you can get into a state school. I mean, Jesus Christ, I got accepted into all my state schools, but they're all shitty. So you wouldn't really want to go to any of them. But you could do it. You could. And in some cases, it's very cheap. I don't know why I'm talking like all this kind of nonsense about education. anyway, I feel personally that higher education in, well, in the U.S. especially, because it's like almost completely unaffordable nowadays, unless you like don't mind getting into massive debt, is that you're better off going for a job like working in automotive or in plumbing or and things like that, because nobody wants to do it. Everybody wants to go on to college and you know, be a Wall Street hedge trimmer or whatever they're called, and a hedge trimmer. I'm pretty sure that's right. And they, you know, they don't want to work with their hands building engines or fixing engines or pumping septics, things like that. Like, nobody wants to do that. But you know what? Those guys make pretty goddamn good money doing that, and it is almost a better option than going to college for somebody who is middle class or below, because it costs you less money and you will make plenty of money. So it's a completely viable option that is now completely overlooked in our country because of the, I don't know, whatever reason people feel like they need to go on to college. So yeah, that's, I guess, where I was going with that. I'm not really sure where I was going with that. I'm certainly not trying to fill dead air, if that's what you're thinking. Look at me drunkenly checking for these, trying to grab these wrenches. There we are. So if you weren't paying attention, all I did was assemble the, what is this, the cylinder something or other? I know how engines work, and I understand basically how the parts go together and like what the parts do, but I don't really understand anything further than that. I'm not like an engineer or anything. Like, that's why I wanted my dad to come on and do this, because my dad is indeed an engineer, and knows all this kind of stuff. So maybe we'll get him on eventually, because once you get everything in the car, there's a very good chance the car will just not start for whatever reason. So yeah, that is a possibility that will occur to us, happen to us, that will take place to us. What? Okay. So there we go. Put that, what's that? Distributor. I also don't want to sell myself too highly. Is that a thing you can do? I know you can sell yourself short, but can you sell yourself too high? Okay. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. I don't want you guys to think I'm like, know what I'm doing. I only somewhat know what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure this goes, yeah, there. Okay. And you want to screw in this, God, if we ever find the wrench for it, there we go. You want to screw in this one. And if we just rotate this and have a look, you can see that there's this one here. You want to leave this one because you're going to have to adjust that for when you put in your fan belt. Let's see. Can we get that one with something? Maybe, possibly. So yeah, I'm recording this on the 8th of November, 2016. Today's the U.S. presidential election day. I voted myself. I voted today. No, actually, I voted like several weeks ago, because I did absentee ballot, because I knew I was going to be working the day before today, and I was like, I'm fucking not going out the day after I've worked for however long I worked, 14 hours or some shit. So I did vote. I voted already, and I don't really want to say who I voted for, but I think people who watch my channel and know me probably know who I voted for. So I'm a liberal person and a man of history. And, you know, I don't want to see history repeat itself. And I think the Germans could teach us a lot about politics, and indeed are not afraid of saying so. Because when you make a mistake, you don't want to see other people make the same mistake as you. And I honestly think that there's good intentions from the Germans. So thank you, Germany. Just because you were at war with a country before, you know, I'm speaking in general terms here. Just because you fought a country in a war does not mean that you can no longer be friends with them in the future. Japan is like one of our closest allies, and they probably committed one of the worst atrocities of the United States ever. Well, besides like 9/11, I guess. Militarily, I suppose, because I don't think too many civilians were actually killed or anything. But that was also we're gonna get we're gonna get into Pearl Harbor. I'll just say that it shouldn't have been a surprise attack. There was several factors that came into play. The Japanese having a very slow typist was one of them. Also, the U.S. just general disregard for like intelligence at the time. Also, the fact that it was like a weekend, and they were like, "Hey, we need someone to like look at this intelligence," and they're like, "Sorry, fucking everyone went home already because it's the weekend." And if you know anything about Americans, it's like we don't want to do jack shit on the weekend, and we especially don't want to do any goddamn work. Let me just tell you right now. Used to be we were a country that enjoyed working, and working hard, and making stuff. What did I buy the other day that said "Made in America" and it was kind of depressing? I think it was like a can of bug spray or something. Why would I have bought bug spray? Oh no, you know what it was? It was some mouse traps. It was some mouse traps, and they said "Made in America." I said, "That's it. That's all we make here now, mouse traps." So there you go. This video is this interesting? I feel like I'm just rambling like a son of a bitch now. Okay, this is kind of a weird thing to put together. I'll try to put it together here. You want to put this... This also tricked me so bad when I was first doing it. I didn't realize that you actually had to put the... this together outside of the engine. I thought you had to put it together on the engine, which is not the case. So you just watched me put it together. So that's how you do it. You're gonna put the... You're gonna put the... I need to rotate this first. Okay. So we're almost done with the engine, believe it or not. We're going to put this on here. There we are. And we've got the right wrench, miraculously. Oh, I do have a cup of tea here, which I would like to drink. I have to take the bag out. I left the bag in. How long has it been? It's been 17 minutes. God damn it. That is going to be a strong cup of tea. But you know what, damn it? That is how I like my fucking tea. I'm just going to... Okay, bag. You bastard. Ooh, it's hot. Which I was hoping it would be, because, you know, tea. Just going to give it a quick stir. There we go. Alright, just give it a try here. Oh yeah, that's nice. That was a fine tea. Okay, back to the game. Now, we're going to spend 25 minutes lowering this thing. I wish they would let you hold the right mouse button to just kind of put this all the way down, but you can't really. Actually, you know what? I think they fixed this, so you can just go like this. If we find the right wrench, so that could be a whole chore within itself, finding the right wrench. Nope. You know what? I don't want to waste your time any more than I want to waste my own, so let's just move this whole fucking thing over here. Is that it? Nope. Aha! So you're just going to do this, and then watch as the magic occurs. Oh, the engine did just fall down, which is not supposed to happen. Let's just try that again, shall we? That's what I get for saying, "Oh, I think they've patched it." I think I have a trick for this, actually, if we... Oop. Okay. So I'll try the trick here. We're just gonna save and quit to the menu.